Hi everyone. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about a concept called law of sines. The best way that I can explain it is through an example. So let's look at example number one. Example number one says, in triangle ABC. All right, so let's draw a triangle. It doesn't specify what type of triangle it is, so I'm just going to draw a picture like so. I'm going to put A here, B here, and C here. It wouldn't matter where you put A, B, or C, as long as you go in a clockwise or counterclockwise manner, you should be good to go. It says lowercase a is equal to 8. Notice that the angles in the triangle, angle ABC, are labeled with capital letters. Little a or lowercase a is located across from capital A, so we can label A with 8. The measure of angle A, notice it's capital for the angle, measure of angle A is 30 degrees. So we can go ahead and put 30 degrees inside for the angle. And the measure of angle C is 55 degrees, which is here. Find the value of lowercase c. Well, lowercase c is across from angle C. So I can go ahead and label that with C. So what we can use is a process called law of sines to find this value of C. And we use law of sines when the problem includes two sides and two angles. And this would be called a crisscross method. So we have this side that is across from this angle, and we have this side that's across from this angle. I like to call this the crisscross method. And the formula is little a, which represents side, over sine of the angle, angle being A, B, or C. So it's the corresponding side over sine of the angle. So it doesn't matter that these are A, B's, and C's. They could be D, E, F, E, G, H, any letters that you want them to be. So I'm not even going to worry about A, B, and C. I'm just going to talk about the concept. Side over sine of the angle. So side over sine of the angle. So we're going to say C over sine of 55 equals side 8 over sine of 30. And the way that we solve this is by cross multiplication. So 8 times sine of 55 is just 8 sine 55. And then C times sine of 30 is just C times sine of 30. And to get C by itself, we're going to divide both sides by sine of 30. And that will be our answer. So take a minute, pause the video, type this into the calculator just the way that you see it, and then hit resume when you're ready for the answer. Remember, your calculator, though, must be in degree mode. If you are not in degree mode, you will get the wrong answer. All right, so try it out, pause the video, and then hit resume when you're ready. Okay, so I got 13.1 rounded to the nearest tenth. All right, that's the length of side C. All right, example number 2. In the diagram below, little a, so side across from angle A, is 55. Little c, or lowercase c, across from angle C is 20. And the measure of angle A is 110. Find the measure of angle C to the nearest degree. Okay, so again, we're looking for a law of sines here. We're going to do a crisscross. So this side is across from this angle, so I'm going to crisscross this one. And then this side is across from this angle, so I'm going to crisscross this one. So the formula for law of sines is side over sine of the angle equals side over sine of the angle. So let's see. We've got 55 over sine of 110. And then we have side of 20 over sine of C. And we're going to do the same exact thing that we did before to solve. We're going to cross multiply. So 20 times sine of 110 equals 55 times sine of C, right? This times this gives me this. This times this gives me this. And now the goal is to get C by itself. So we can't do that right away. So we can first isolate the sign of C, excuse me, by dividing 55 on both sides. So we get sine of C must equal whatever this division is. So let's go ahead, pause the video, type that in and hit resume when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so I got an irrational repeating decimal. So I'm going to go, just for good practice, let's go 5 decimal places. 0.34171. So that's my answer rounded 5 decimal places. So now the goal is to get C by itself. And the way that we need to do that is by hitting inverse sine, because that will give us back our angle, right? That's what we're trying to solve for. So remember, inverse sine or second sine will always give us that. So C is equal to sine -1, inverse sine, of 0.34171. So take a minute, type that into the calculator, and then hit resume when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so I should get 19.98 and then so on and so on. Rounding to the nearest degree, this would be approximately 20 degrees. All right, so that's actually going to be it for today. These are the two main concepts that I wanted us to learn. It was how to find a side and how to find an angle using law of sines. I'm aware that there is a few questions. Now's a good time to jot them down and definitely ask in class tomorrow. Otherwise, that's it, and have a great night. Page. We will actually go over this page in class tomorrow, so there's nothing more that you need to do. If you have any questions from the